everybody, we're live. Hi everybody, I hope you're well. Hope you're ready for a nice pub day, Wednesday, full body flow. Hello Charlotte, hi Marina. Andrew. Karen. Good. We've already got a nice team. Roisin, Anya. Who else do we got? We're looking good here, guys. Aileen, Patricia. All right, guys, I hope you got your mat laid up. Cue peaceful music. Maybe make sure you've got some blocks nearby or some support. So I'll tell you to have a cushion. Maybe, where is it here? So these are all support blocks or a cushion. Sometimes it's nice to have something to rest your head on, like a folded towel or something like that as well. Good, guys. Let's get straight into it. So let's make our way over onto our backs, onto our mats, and then our backs. We're going to start off in a reclining position here. Lower yourself down gently and start off with your knees bent. Bring the hands to the lower ribs and try to lengthen the back of your neck. Really important to have nice length in the back of your neck here. So if you feel like your chin's really lifted or there's a crunching in the back of the neck, maybe find yourself something to prop yourself up on. And we'll just let the knees sort of folding towards one another. Now what I want you to do, guys, is start to take a few breaths here. So I want you to breathe in through your nose. And I want you to have, with your hands on your lower ribs, just let your ribs flare. And I want you to exhale through the mouth here. So we're really cleansing. Just a big, long exhale. Press as much air out as you can. Let's do that one more time. We're going to hold the breath in. Inhale through the nose. Hold. Feel the lungs press against the ribs here. Feel the ribs stretch out into the, stretch the skin out around your body. Then exhale. Let's do one more of those. Inhale. Purge it out. Exhale. Perfect. Now, we're going to do 3 more of those. We're breathing out through the nose. So make sure to stay long in the neck. Deep breath in. Through the nose now. Long exhale. You might even hear a gentle sort of whispering sound as you exhale. That's really good. Breathe as much air out as you can until you feel a tightening below the ribs. That's your diaphragm stretching out. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Long exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Then we're just going to walk our feet out a little bit wider than the hips. Take a deep breath in. Then exhale, lower your knees over to the right-hand side. Just let yourself roll up onto the hips for now, or onto the right hip, should I say. Then we'll come back up. And exhale over to the left-hand side. Let yourself fully sway down over into that left hip. Inhale, come up. And exhale. We just want to find breath and movement here. Inhale. And exhale. Notice how the exhale sort of allows you to collapse in, allows you to sort of compress into the abdomen slightly. Let's come back up. 1 more on each side. Try to keep the shoulders grounded here. Good. Inhale, come back up. And exhale. Let's inhale, come back up, everybody. We're going to lift the ribs now. Create a bit of a space in between the lower back and the mat. So we're really arching here. Lift yourself up. And then exhale, squeeze down into the mat. Feel the pelvis rock forward. It's a really important movement. So switching on the abdomen here, using exhale breath. Let's do 3 more of those. Inhale, arch. Exhale, really focus on the breath. The breath is more important than the movement even. Imagine the breath is like your pendulum for the movement. Inhale. Don't rush it. Exhale. And move to the best of your ability, guys. Inhale. Good. And then exhale. Now we're going to stay firm in the belly here. Continue to breathe. Try to breathe into the chest. Now we're going to reach the hands up overhead. Soften the elbows and press the fingers towards the wall behind you or above you. Behind you. Tuck the chin, lengthen the neck. Good. Take a deep breath in. Same again, we're going to arch the lower back. You'll feel your chest open. You'll feel your hands might even come down to the floor of the mat here. Good. We're going to exhale, ground back down. We're going to bring the knees in towards the body now. Remember to stay long in the neck. Now, we're going to bring the hands up overhead. Perfect, guys. Very nice. From here, we're going to keep the knees stacked. We're just going to reach the hands towards the ceiling. Then exhale, ground the shoulders down into the mat. Inhale, extend. Now really try and press the shoulder blades down into the mat here. Perfect. Inhale, extending. Exhale, ground the shoulders down, bend the elbows, bring the hands down to the lower ribs. Squeeze the knees together now. Really squeeze the knees in and feel how your abdominals really switch on here. Deep breath into the chest if you can. Let's twist over to the right-hand side, keeping this left shoulder grounded. So just the lower body's twisting. Inhale, coming back up. And exhale, coming over. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming over. You can follow my breath cues or work to the speed of your own breath. Inhale, coming up. And exhale, coming over. We should be feeling a little bit of warmth in the abdomen now. Inhale, coming up. Now let's come over to a 45-degree angle here. So not lowering the knees all the way over. We're going to squeeze the knees together. Now, if you like, you can look out over the left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Hold that posture. Exhale. Now try to squeeze the lower back down into the mat once more. Grounding through the shoulders. Tucking the chin, long in the neck. We'll come back up. For the left side. Find that 45-degree angle there. Now, if your knees are so far over that your shoulder's lifting on the right-hand side, maybe we can back out a little bit. It's about stability, not about how far we move into the pose. For this one anyway. Squeezing the knees in. Deep breath in. Long exhale. And we're going to come back up. Now, continuing with this sort of abdominal movement here, or abdominal warmth, what we're going to do again is reach up towards the ceiling. We'll keep the shoulders grounded. Reach overhead. You're going to exhale, reach forward. Imagine you're reaching for your heels here. And lift the shoulders, but not tucking the chin. So you're probably still looking at the ceiling, lifting the shoulders. Then inhale, lower down. Shoulders are grounded. Reach up overhead. It's nice to close the eyes for this one. Exhale, reach forward. Feel your body compress. Feel your shoulders lift. Inhale. Now you can just have your feet on the ground for this as well. That's cool. If you're feeling pressure in the lower back, you can even have the feet stacked on a block. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, guys. Now reaching towards the heels, you might flex back on the toe. You're going to have to breathe into the chest here. We're fully compressing the abdomen. Deep breath in. Exhale, reach for the heels. Now lower the shoulders down. Lower the heels down behind the hips. That's it. Try to make sure the feet aren't together. I try to touch my heel with my longest finger, and that sets my alignment up pretty nicely. Take a deep breath in, arch the back one more time. Exhale, flatten out along the mat. And then you're already going to probably feel the weight in the heels just as you flatten out. And then we're going to lift the hips up off the ground here. Lower down. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift. Now start to press the shoulders down into the mat, soften the elbows a little bit. Try to feel the weight, the weight of your feet in the knuckle behind your big toe, like the pad of your foot, so the arches aren't falling away from the mat too much. We're still up in the posture here, and we're breathing into the upper body, and we're tucking the tailbone under. And we're gently lifting the chin just a bit to protect the neck. Now we're going to be here for another 2 breaths, and that's cool. You might be feeling a bit of warmth in the glutes. If you want to reach up overhead and just give yourself one big sort of opening the chest, you're going to express the posture here. And we're going to exhale, bring the hands back, lowering the hips down at the same time. Bring the knees in towards the body. Wrap the hands around the knees. Squeeze in. Give yourself a nice bit of release over the lower back. It should feel really, really nice. Take a deep breath in. Remember, the breath is the most important part. Exhale. Imagine the movements sort of are contained within the breaths. Let's squeeze the knees in, exhale. Shoulders grounding. Let's do 2 more of those inhales. You just release the tension or release the pressure. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Maybe closing the eyes if you're comfortable with that, or softening your gaze, and then rocking just a little bit into the posture. Just massage any of those little sort of points of tension out along the spine. Very nice. Release the hands from the knees, everybody. Lower the soles of the feet down. Hands under the lower back, or however you'd like to do it. Squeeze yourself up into a seated position here. Now, I'm going to come all the way over onto hands and knees. I'll give you a moment to do that. Take your time. Make sure you're set up with hands slightly in front of the shoulders. If you can, stacking the hips above the knees and not falling into the lower back. We want to find a nice sort of neutral posture here. Looking just in front of the hands, unless you're looking at the screen. Then I'll let you off. Then we'll roll the shoulders back and we'll press the chest forward. Feel that dip in the lower back now, and then exhale, reverse that movement, tucking the tailbone under. So imagine you're trying to point your tailbone towards your knees. Then inhale, point your tailbone towards the ceiling and your chest towards the wall in front of you. Exhale. 3 more of those. Inhale. The inhale expands the body. The exhale compresses. See if you can check into the sound of your breath. Inhale, 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now guys, we're going to inhale, come straight back to a neutral position. We're going to tuck the toes under, we're going to sink back down over the heels, extend the arms out in front. Try to keep your shoulders suspended by the pressure in your palms here, so we're not letting the chest fall in too much. And take a deep breath in. Bring yourself forward, and then exhale, bring the hips back and find your downward dog here. That's it. Well done. We're going to move with that little flow a little bit. So let's inhale, come forward. Down to the knees, sink back down over the heels. We just want to warm the shoulders a little bit here. Inhale, come forward. The exhale lifts the hips. Don't worry too much about straightening the legs out. Get long in the spine first. Then you can put a little bit of pressure through the heels. Inhale, come forward. Now we're going to hold for an extra breath. Stay with the exhale. Tuck the tailbone under. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back. Nice. Now we might come forward, and if you like, you can even keep the knees just suspended away from the mat. Make sure you're tucking the tailbone under. If that's how you go, that's cool. You'll be pressing to the heels a little bit. Take a deep breath in. You might have your knees on the ground as well. That's cool. Exhale, squeezing or lifting and squeezing down through the heels a little bit. Now we're warming into the shoulders. We're going to do 1 more. Here's the option to come into a full high plank. And we won't all be doing that, guys. We might be coming straight down to the knees. Or we might be just sort of practicing lifting the knees a little bit. Or we might be straightening the legs. Otherwise, we're here for 3 breaths. Now try not to let yourself fall in. There's a tucking of the tailbone. There's a pressing into the heels. And there's a sort of a forward momentum in the chest. And definitely lift the chin a little bit. Take a deep breath in here. Now we're all going to lower down to the knees. We're going to untuck the toes. I'm going to sit down over the heels. We're going to bring the hands behind the body here. Now your forehead might be resting on the mat. You might be on the crown of the head. You might be sitting yourself up onto a cushion if the knees don't if you don't have that mobility, that's fine. Either way, we're going to bring the hands to the lower back, bind the fingers. That might be plenty. For anyone that wants to go further, we're lifting the shoulders, we're reaching up. Take a deep breath in here. And a long exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, deep breath in. Feel the ribs press against the thighs. Then exhale, feel yourself sort of compress down, or the ribs fall into the thighs as your body compresses. Release the hands. Walk them out in front. Extend the arms completely, elbows lifted. We'll come up onto hands and knees. We're going to move into a little flow here. We're going to extend the right leg, not falling into the posture, lifting, lifting, lifting. Right fingertips probably we're going to step through. Going to inhale, sweep up. And exhale, sink down. Inhale. And exhale. Sliding back. Now everybody, wrap the elbows in, tucking under with the tailbone, grounding down. Press into the hips, down into the mat, really press the pubic bone into the mat and lift the chest. Exhale. Pressing back up. Good. This time, we're going to tuck the toes and lift into downward dog. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. We're going to inhale, come forward. Down to the knees, untuck the toes, exhale, sinking back down. Inhale, extend the left leg. Exhale, step through. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sink down. Remember, keeping breath and movement synchronized. Open the chest. Open the shoulders even. Exhale, fold forward. Stepping back. Now this time, got the option to lower all the way through, or we can hold for an extra breath in a low plank variation. Definitely on the knees, guys. That's it. Take a deep breath in and lower all the way through. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Remember, these extra movements are optional too, guys. Press back up. Just sink straight back down over the heels. Inhale, coming up onto hands and knees. Extend the right leg. Exhale, stepping through. Good. Inhale, peel away. Exhale, sink down. Bring the ribs in. This time we're going to take a twist, everybody. So we're going to bring the left hand down to the right knee. Now, it's a bit complicated, so take your time. Bring the right hand down to the right hip. Now, gently press the knee and the hand together, and then this is going to guide your chest out over the right hip. That's it. And this might be plenty. We don't want to be sort of collapsing too much, so you might be a little bit more upright as well, and that's fine as well. Now, from here, we can sort of build on top of that if you like. So we can extend the right arm out. That's it. If you want to look out over the right fingertips, you can. And if you're feeling really confident, you can start to dip a little bit further into the posture. Try not to have the knee too far over the heel here. Take a deep breath in. Long exhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the right hand down to the right hip. Left hand back to the left hip. Sweep up. Inhale. Exhale. Fold forward. Sliding back. Let's go through this little Chaturanga Dandasana movement. Lowering down. Point the toes. Inhale. Lifting the chest. A little bit of pressure through the palms. Exhale. Lower down. Remember the breath, guys. Most important, the breath. Don't worry too much about getting the movements right. Stay mindful. Stay focused. Inhale coming up. Extending the left leg. Exhale, step through. And if it's one of these, that's okay as well. Sweeping up. Good. Find your posture. Now, we don't want to fall into it too much because we're in a twist. We've got a nice long column of a spine here. So let's bring the right hand to the left knee. Yeah, you can bend that elbow a bit. The left hand to the left hip. Pressure into the left knee, right hand. And notice as that guides the chest into a twist here. Perfect. Now we can stay like that. You can look over the shoulder if you like, or you can keep looking sort of out over the left hip. If you want to take a full extension, you can. Now remember, these little sort of add-ons are just optional, so just play to your ability. Take a deep breath in. If you want to bring that left knee forward a bit, that's cool as well. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left hand come back to the left hip. Right hand to the right hip, sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. We're going to stay in flow, everyone. We're going to tuck the right toes. We're going to step back, get the left toes tucked, straight into downward dog here. Take your time. Take a breath in. And a long exhale. Out through the nose. Inhale. Long exhale. Maybe gazing in between the heels. Imagine you're trying to press your tailbone towards the ceiling and you're trying to sort of sit on the wall behind you. Pressing away from the mat with the palms. Deep breath in. Now look towards the wrists as you exhale and start to take steps forward. It might be one big step, might be a couple. Good. Slide the hands up the shins. Inhale. We're looking for a flat spine here, guys. So we don't want to arch too much. We're lifting the shoulders, if anything. Now we're bending the knees just a touch, just to allow your spine to straighten. We're bringing hands to hips. We want to hold this for 3 breaths. Now, if anybody's super, super keen, you can actually extend the arms out in front. You might bring the weight back into the heels a little bit. Remember, you're putting pressure on your lower back here. So move to your ability. If you want to bend the knees a little bit more, if you like. If you want to straighten the knees, that's cool. We're just playing around. Take a deep breath in. Now, everybody, we're going to exhale, fold forward. Bring hands to hips. Sink down, a little sort of squat movement here. Lift the ribs. Sweep up. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, come up or reach up. Exhale, spill forward. Now we're just going to step back to hands and knees. Now, if you want to really go for it, I'm giving you the option to hop back and down to the knees. We're going to take a deep breath in, make sure your posture's aligned, sinking down, or sort of lowering through. Hips make contact with the mat, knees make contact, press into the pubic bone, lift the chest. Exhale. Pressing back up, tuck the toes, downward dog. Let's do one more of those. Inhale, looking towards the wrist as we exhale and taking a step forward or a few steps forward, however that happens. Using the next inhale to reach up. Sorry, half lift. Exhale, spill forward. Hands to hips first. Thread the hands through the midline, reaching up. Now, everybody, let's try to have our feet at hip distance if we can. That's it. And the feet in line with the hips. So nice parallel feet, but you're standing on train tracks. Bring the hands down. Sink down into the heels. And then bring the hands forward here. That's it. Now, try to keep the knees stacked above the heels here. Try not to let them fall out to the side or fall in towards one another. You can even put a block in between the knees and squeeze into that. That's quite nice as well. Either way, we're here for 5 breaths. Shoulders drawing back into the sockets, just like we did when we're on our back. Deep breath in. Nice deep seat, everybody. Exhale. Inhale, focus on the breath. Exhale. Inhale. Now we're going to fold forward. Keep the knees really bent here. Remove that block if you have a block there. You're going to bring the hands just behind the knees. Take a deep breath in, lift the chest. And then exhale. Lower ribs making contact with the back of the thighs, with the front of the thighs, sorry, the quads. And folding forward. Now we've got options here. We can sort of just press into the heels and lift the hips. And that's going to really start to open the hamstrings. If you want to take it further, you can actually sort of wrap the fingers around underneath the big toe. But what we don't want to do is sort of use the arms to pull ourselves in too much. Use the pressure in the heels and the lift in the hips to create that hamstring stretch. And then the upper body is basically just falling forward, softening. That's it. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Back of the neck is loose. It's nice and soft here. Deep breath in. Exhale. Releasing whatever your variation is. Lift the chest. Bend the knees. Stepping back to hands and knees, everybody. Bring the knees together and start to rock into the hips a little bit. One of my favorite movements. It's just so important to move our hips in all 3 dimensions. Circular movement, so important. So let's do it. Let's rock the hips back towards the heels. Bring the hips forward. Get the abdominals engaged a little bit and coming around. You put that nice necessary pressure on the knee joints as well. So that's really good for the knees. That's it. See how far you can dip into it. Scrub all that tension out. Going back in the other direction. That's it. And then back to a neutral position, everybody. We'll bring the knees towards the wrists. Keep the legs out to one side. Extend the legs out in front. Slide the hips forward. Now, with the hands facing towards the front of the mat, towards your heels. Put some weight back into the wrists. Take a deep breath in. Let's open the chest. That's it. You can even draw the shoulder blades together a little bit. Long exhale. We'll do one more of those. Inhale, lengthening. Press the crown of your head towards the wall behind you. Now, we're going to neutralize just slightly. So bringing the ribs in just a bit and then bending the elbows, lowering down. Good, guys. Gentle twist. So you can have the feet wherever you like here. I like to walk them back towards the hips. You can have them out wide as the mat if you like, or heels touching. It's up to you. We're just taking restorative movement from here. That's it. Perfect. Finally, bring the knees in towards the body. Taking care, moving slowly. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, squeeze the knees in towards the ribs. Lift the chin, tuck yourself up. Tight little ball, deep breath in. Exhale, extend. That's it. Now there's options here. You can place something under your knees if there's tension in the lower back. If there's tension or sort of you feel sort of unsecure in the back of the neck, you can rest the head on a towel or a pillow or something. Highly recommend it. It's quite nice to keep you long in the neck. Let the feet spill out to the side. Let the hips soften. Take a deep breath in. Close the eyes. Give yourself a long exhale. Through the mouth. Let go of the controlled breath. We'll do one more of those. Imagine the tension sort of just falling out of you. Just let it go. Your next breath is completely controlled by your sympathetic nervous system. Let yourself transition back to automated breathing. Let the weight of your body melt down. Let the muscles in your face soften. You might just be having a soft gaze now. You might have the eyes closed. If you have the eyes closed, let yourself just sort of fall back into the darkness. If your eyes are sort of open or you're in a soft gaze, then make sure you're fixated on a single point. And let yourself melt into that concentration. Let the mind become a bit more still now. Just give yourself a few moments here. Not here for long. And then take a deep breath in. Reach the hands up overhead, point the toes. Make yourself as long as you can. Stretch yourself out. Bring the hands up overhead as you exhale. Lift yourself up into a seated position, moving mindfully. Now, we'll finish up cross-legged. And just as David was saying earlier, meditation, reflection, mindfulness is so important, guys. So important. So let's just take a few moments, not long, but find yourself somewhere comfortable. If you're sitting up on a block or on a chair or whatever, that's fine. If you have your hands on your legs, that's cool as well. Soften your shoulders. Lengthen the back of your neck towards the ceiling. Close your eyes. And let's just practice a little bit of gratitude for each other. For how cool it is that we can connect, although we're isolated. That we can chat, that we can inspire each other. And that we have each other. That you're breathing fresh air, drinking clean water. And guys, we'll take a deep breath in now. Open the mouth, exhale, let any tension fall out with that breath. Bring the hands to heart center. One more deep breath in. Namaste. Thanks very much, guys. Really good fun. Really, really good fun. Now, how many newbies have we got there? Sorry about my hair, everybody. Guys, it was really great to have you in class. Thanks again. Namaste. Now, I also have a 14-day challenge that I'm running. There's about 50 people in the group. If you'd like to start a 14-day challenge at any point, I'll post a link. It's a WhatsApp group, and there's videos, guided meditations. I'm doing live stream videos nearly every day for the foreseeable future. So you're welcome to join. I'll put the link up, guys. Thanks very much. Namaste.